Well, it's time for another video, and I want to talk to you guys just for a second and ask a couple favors of you. Number one, go up, hit the thumbs up button on these videos. It helps me a lot. Since I've switched over to more fishing stuff on the channel, I'm having a really hard time breaking through and getting these videos suggested. So it doesn't take anything. Just go up, hit that thumbs up button, share it if it's one you really like and you think could help someone. Number two is I need suggestions from you guys on what you want to see. I'm kind of feeling this out on the fishing stuff and figuring out what format I want to go with. So suggestions are good. Criticism is good, as long as it's constructive. But I want to talk to you just for a second about some fishing we've been doing here recently on Boone Lake. That's what this video is going to be about. Me and Logan fished a Tuesday night rodeo out there, and I didn't film it because it was supposed to be a torrential downpour all night, and we ended up dodging rain for the most part. We got a little bit wet, but not too bad. But we ended up, it was a 3-fish tournament, and we ended up coming in with over 11 pounds in 3 fish, which is a phenomenal bag for Boone Lake. And I think that may be the biggest bag that's been caught on any 3-fish rodeo out there, and it was just 7 to 11. And then what you're going to see is us fishing a Saturday tournament that was 7 to 2. It was a 5-fish tournament. But I wanted to talk about that 3-fish tournament a little bit. If you just looked at that, you would have thought that we just killed them. And we just caught 4 keepers all night. We caught some short fish and some fish that wouldn't keep, but we caught 4 fish. I caught a 1.6 pound smallmouth that we ended up culling later. Logan caught a 3.5 pounder, then a 3 pounder, and then about 20 minutes before cutoff, I caught a 460, which ended up being big fish for the night. But I want to talk to you just a second about what we were doing in that tournament. And here lately, we've been really struggling to get on a good bite after dark. So going into that tournament, we felt like we needed to preferably have a limit before dark, and then maybe try and upgrade after dark if we got lucky. That didn't work. We pulled up to our first spot. Logan caught one on top water in about 10 minutes, and then after that, it was pretty slow. I caught that 1.6 pound smallmouth before dark, but then the 3 pounder come after dark, and then the 460 come after dark. But Logan caught one on top water. I caught the smallmouth on a Ned rig, and then after that, the damage was done on these 2 guys right here. And this is something you've seen, especially this one. You've seen me fish it a lot this year. Logan caught his on a Missile D-bomb. It wasn't this color, but this is a black and blue bruiser. That's an excellent, excellent, excellent flipping bait. I've fished those a lot. We fish them a lot. My 460 come off a Zoom Z-Crawl, the full size. I was using black and blue. It was after dark. I believe in black and blue a lot when it gets dark. You can actually fish it. I've caught them during the daytime too. Regardless of water clarity, it gets dark. More times than not, I'm throwing black and blue. So that's what happened on that one. So going into that following Saturday tournament, we felt like we weren't going to be able to replicate what we did in that rodeo. Just plain and simple, because we just hit a bunch of spots, made a bunch of casts, just trying to run into one. And we got lucky and ran into 3 big ones. So going into that tournament, we were going to try a bunch of different stuff, try and cover different spots. And we had a few ideas on what we could catch them on. And throughout the course of the night, we caught a ton of fish. And you guys are going to see that now. Let's get into some of that footage. yeah. That one will keep.
I like catching them that way if I can, man. I know it's rare that you sometimes, like them pitch something. You gotta do whatever. You can't like force feed it to them. Yeah, I'm surprised we hadn't got bit. Especially as much contact as I'm making.
Okay.
Need one of them Big Daddy smallmouth. Got one.
Yeah.
I can't tell, dog. No, little one. Little largemouth. Look at that. Dude, he is like,
I know.
I don't even know how I'm gonna get that out. There might be some lips that come with that one.
You don't catch a lot of big largemouth on it.
No. I mean, if they'll eat something else, I'll do it, but I feel like when times are tough, I can catch it on this, or I can catch something on this.
You know when I come out here for fun, I'll never throw no big
Good fish. Nope, he was just deep. It's close, I know. That ain't good enough. I'll check him to make sure, but yeah. Really? I'm gonna check him, make sure, but I don't think he will. Yeah. Hang on, get reel that one in. Ooh. Yeah, it's a little one though. Huh? Yeah, it's a little fish though. I can't. I don't know. Get it just in case. Maybe we should keep going. Net. Hello. Nope. What? What is that? So basically, if I say I ain't sure, it's a little one. All I felt him hit it, and then a couple little head shakes the way back to the boat. That was like twins, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Looks like a worm almost. It's like a damn earthworm or something. Could have been. I said, yeah, I guess it could have been. Cheating. fish. Feels like a good one though. I do too. Grab a net. Give me some.
I told you. It's like
Oh, you're good. You're good, you're good, you're good. Whoa now, whoa now, buddy. What does yours look like?
Wait.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is he 15? I don't know if mine is. Yours is for sure. I don't know if he is or not. Yeah.
Well, as you can see, we were catching some fish, and because of the rain, I didn't get as much footage as I would have liked. But as you could probably tell, I was doing a lot of cranking with the square bill and caught quite a few fish on it. Logan spent more of his time flipping the Z-crawl, I think, at that point, and caught a few fish. But I had that going into dark and up through what you saw. I had that one keeper smallmouth that we ended up weighing in. And then me and Logan doubled on two largemouth right there at dark. Both of those keepers I caught were on that square bill. And then the keeper he caught, I think, was on the Z-crawl. And then right after dark, I caught one on a bladed jig. It was actually this one right here. And this is a jackhammer. And it's got a black and blue Zaco. This is actually bruised green pumpkin. It's basically black and blue. The only difference between bruised green pumpkin and black and blue is bruised green pumpkin, the blue's on top, black and blue, blue's on the bottom. You know, you really can't tell that that's green pumpkin. It basically looks black. And then I caught another keeper on a black and blue Z-crawl. And then Logan did all the culling from there, but we pretty much caught the same type of fish as far as keepers go. They were all between 2 and 2.5 pounds. We ended up with 11 pounds for the tournament. But I do want to talk to you just for a second about the square bill, because it's something, this little square bill, I've been fishing it a lot lately and I really, really like it, and I've got several colors in it. But this is the Rapala, or if you're from Tennessee, it's Rapala. BX Brat. This is a 6-foot diver. It has proved to be a really versatile square bill. It is a balsa square bill with a polymer shell around it for durability. Got a pretty good color selection, but I think what makes it unique is that it's pretty small in size, but yet it dives down 6 foot. It's pretty rare to get a square bill of 6 foot and be that size. Most of the ones that get down that depth are a lot bigger. Another thing, especially me being a kayak fisherman, I'm limited on space on rods I can take. This rod has proved super versatile. It is a St. Croix Mojo Bass. It is a 7'1" medium fast, and it is actually their plastics rod. See if I can get to, there it goes. See, it's actually meant for soft plastics, but I use it for all my square bills. Works good for a jerkbait, works good for plastics. It's a really, really versatile rod. I recommend it highly. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you will, please go up, hit that thumbs up button, drop me a comment, let me know what you thought, what you'd like to see in the future. I've also posted some links in the description below to some of the gear I'm using. I'm thinking about doing a big baits only video on Watauga. Maybe glide bait, big swim bait, but give me some ideas for some stuff you want to see and we'll get it done. Thanks for watching.